It is time to take my pecan pie bars out of the oven. Not the oven. What is wrong with me? You don't bake this recipe, man. Or woman. This is Hashtag Cooking. I'm Samah Dada. You may know me on Instagram as Dada Eats, and we are going to be making some raw pecan pie bars. This recipe is a hashtag vegan, hashtag gluten-free, hashtag raw, and hashtag grain-free. All of the hashies. I'm going to just throw this up on my story really quick because I want you to see what we're working with today. We have got some medjool dates, which are basically nature's candy, pecans or pecans, pecan butter, vanilla extract that we're gonna just throw into our food processor. Now for our filling, I've got my prepared pan over here, some more pecan butter, coconut sugar, coconut oil, we've got some cinnamon, maple syrup, applesauce, and almond milk. This recipe is pretty amazing because it comes together with a blender, a food processor, and you don't even need to turn on your oven, so you can fully thank me later. This is a raw crust, so we're not gonna bake it. I'm just gonna throw all my ingredients into my food processor. Starting with our medjool dates. So our dates are gonna sweeten this recipe up completely without any added sugar. All you really have to do is just kind of break it into the center so you see the seed, the pit right in the middle. Pull it out and then just toss it into your food processor. This is so romantic. Just me and my dates. Hanging out. And then the next main ingredient that we're gonna add to our food processor are pecans. Do you say pecans or do you say pecans? I wanna know. Please let me know in the comments, okay? Pecans are great because they add like a nice sturdiness to this crust, but in conjunction with the dates, it's like, y'all, you're gonna love this. Okay, I'm just adding 1 tablespoon of pecan butter in here. Just help that all kind of mix together, gives a nice flavor as well. And then just some vanilla extract. Got a little vanilla in here, but this recipe is anything but vanilla, okay? I'm just gonna pulse this till it's all combined. You just want small bits. Again, you don't want it to be fully pulverized because you want some texture in the crust because that's gonna really pair well with the filling that we're gonna make later. Oh, did I forget the salt? Oopsies! Adding salt to sweets also brings out the sweetness a little more too. Gonna get a little boomerang when I pulse this. Living for this. Sorry, there's salt and dates all over my hands. So now that it's pulsed a little bit more, I want to add a little bit of cinnamon just to add some nice spice in there and sprinkle that all around. And then we'll pulse it. All right, so that looks good to me. We want to still keep some of these pecan pieces a little bit crunchy and nice. We don't want it to be too fine into a powder. And now I'm just gonna transfer it to my prepared pan. And just throw it all in there. And it's gonna come together when I press it down throughout the pan to make sure it's all nice and evenly distributed. Also, this smells like an amazing candle, so be prepared for that when you make this. Now I'm just gonna use my fingers, wash your hands of course, and then just press it down into the pan. And you can see how it kind of like melts together and it sticks together because of the dates. This recipe actually was a complete accident. I was actually making the filling and I wanted to make some sort of caramelly sauce. And so I was, mixing together some applesauce and some coconut sugar and maple syrup. And then I had pecan butter and I was like, wait a second. I think I should make a pecan pie. And that's how this recipe was born. So now that we've kind of made sure the crust is evenly distributed throughout the pan, I'm gonna move on to my filling. All right, I'm gonna use this. We're just adding some pecan butter in here. I'm gonna just toss that straight into the blender. Then we're gonna just use a little bit of coconut oil as well. This filling is a little addictive, so you've been warned. Some coconut sugar, which is my favorite unrefined sweetener. It acts really like sugar in any recipe. Okay, we're gonna do a little pinch of cinnamon. I'm gonna pour in some maple syrup. Applesauce, and then just a little bit of almond milk, not too much, just a couple of spoons, just a splash, just to help it blend. And now just a little pinch of salt. I'm just gonna blend this all together till it's nice and smooth. Super creamy. All right, beautiful. Beautiful. That looks super nice and creamy. Now I'm just gonna pour this pie filling straight into my raw crust. Let's make sure I have storage on my phone. I've got 99 problems, and phone storage is 100% of them. All right. Yes, look at that. Look at how creamy that is. Is it just me, or do any of you guys just like reserve some of the batter or whatever filling or anything that you're making in a blender so you can just taste it raw? Is that just me? The sweetness from the coconut sugar and the maple syrup, it's literally one of my favorite combinations ever. It's just so nice and warm. All right, now I'm just gonna smooth this out with my fresh spatula here and make sure it's all evenly distributed onto the pan. And now just to finish it off, I'm gonna add some pecans straight on top. You can just crush these with your hands, super easy and very strong is really what it is. And then just pop them on top. You get some added texture. You've got the texture from the crust, and then this adds a nice crunch in the filling as well. I'm so excited about this. We're gonna put this in the freezer for 4 to 5 hours, which I understand feels like a lifetime, but it's gonna be so worth it. It's gonna set really nicely, and then you're gonna be able to slice it into these amazing pecan pie bars. Okay, I'm exhausted just waiting. All right, so I have successfully scrolled through the end of Instagram. I've made it through half a bowl of chocolate chips. I'm ready to take my pecan pie bars out of the freezer. So excited for this. Look at them, I missed you. Look at that. This is why we love to prepare our pans with parchment paper, because it makes it so easy to lift it out like that. Great. Oh, it's gorgeous. All right, now I'm just gonna slice through like so. Oh my God, I'm so excited to eat these. All right, come on, man. There we go. Fallen pecan. Plated these, now I wanna get the shot. I'm just gonna stack them because then you can just see the texture of everything. And then I'm gonna eat it. Realistically, I could just eat this whole thing like a sandwich, but I don't know if that'd be frowned upon or not. So a little tip when you're making any kind of desserts is stacking them so you can really see all of the textures and the layers. And you wanna really be able to eat through your phone and just like feel like you wanna like reach in and grab a bite. It's kind of fun to have the rest of the batch in the background of the photo so you can kind of see the close-up of these guys who are like, I'm ready for my close-up, but then also see the ones in the back that are hanging out, chilling, being like, I'm ready to be eaten, you know what I mean? Why do I keep bobbing my head like that? Well, I've like literally fondled these. I just want to try it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Oh my gosh. The sweetness from the coconut sugar and the maple syrup mixed with the crunchiness of the pecan raw crust. It's so crazy good. It's also chilled and sort of frozen, so it tastes like an ice cream bar, but there's no ice cream in here whatsoever. I'm shook. I'm obsessed. Y'all better not leave me alone with all of these, just saying. To watch more of my segments on the Today Show, click right here, and to subscribe, click right down there. You know you want to.